Hello, welcome to this week's YouTube video, which is going to be me trying a bunch of new makeup because I have a bunch of new makeup to try. Simple as that. I'm just putting on some lip balm. This is the Remedy for Dry Lips. It's a lip treatment, all-in-one lip treatment. Ceramides, squalane, peptides, petrolatum. It was sent to me by the brand Remedy Skin, obviously, but it's a brand founded by Dr. Shah, who is, if you know the Dr. Lee YouTube channel, which I've watched for years, he founded the brand and they sent me some products. So far, I've been really enjoying them. It's all about using things that are going to streamline your skincare and kind of just have the ingredients that your skin needs. So this is a very nice, nourishing lip balm, very practical, great for winter. So I've been enjoying using that, but obviously I will use them a lot more before I kind of give my full thoughts. I was sent some products from Trinny London and I have never tried their products before. This is their BFF cream Skin Perfector SPF 30 and this is the lightest shade. So it basically is, I think, like a moisturizer, SPF and kind of like primer all in one. Your unique BFF is enriched with the precious extract of porcelain flower to instantly hydrate, boost radiance and wake up tired skin. Our micro-encapsulated pigments perfectly adapt to your skin using your body heat and oxygen to create a healthy looking luminous glow. With SPF 30, your face is now protected from UV rays and pollution, helping to prevent hyperpigmentation. Apply it as you would a moisturizer all over your face. So I'm gonna put this on. I've used it a few times, but it's kind of like I guess like a primer, moisturizer, SPF all in one. It has like a little bit of pigment to it, so I'm gonna just apply that. But that's it there. I'm gonna put quite a bit on. I don't really need, to be honest, like I'm probably not gonna go out today. The weather is atrocious. It's gotten really cold today and I'm just gonna take my rings off because I can't apply skincare with rings on. This is probably more than I need today, but I normally, during the week when I was applying this, I was putting on a really nice amount for the SPF. This is like a really nice product. It has a slight floral smell, which is really pleasant. To be honest, I don't know a lot about the brand. I know that they do makeup and skincare and it's all meant to be kind of, I guess, very like easy to use and like they sent me, I guess this is probably like considered a skincare item, but they sent me a couple of other skincare products and then an eyeshadow, the Eye to Eye in the shade Dawn, I think it is. I've used that once this week and I was a bit like, I didn't really know what to make of it, so I need to kind of use it again. That is the BFF Skin Perfector with SPF in it. So I'm just going to like rub the remnants, if there is any, into my hands. I think it's quite nice. It definitely gives my face a bit of a glow and I'm always happy to use like a 3-in-1 product. So I do think it's very nice so far and it makes a really nice base for makeup. I do really like it and I do think it kind of gives a nice glow to my skin. So yeah, I like that so far. I'll report back when I've tried it a bit more. It is pricey, I think. I'm not sure of the exact price, but I will put it on the screen. I've never really looked into the prices because hasn't been a brand that's been really like very on my radar. So I will insert what the price is, but they are, as far as I can recall, because I looked through the website during the week, they are kind of pricey. So that product is pricey, but I do have some less pricey products to show you today. I have a box from KIKO Milano because they opened their first Irish store. So this is like, it's a really generous box of products. They opened their first Irish store on Friday, I think it was. I got invited to the launch, or I guess kind of like the soft launch of the store on Monday night, and they sent us home with a box of products. I've been really wanting to try them all week, but I just was like, I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna film a video and try them all for the first time because I thought it would be kind of interesting to give my like initial reaction. I know like first impressions kind of are a bit, they don't necessarily mean anything, but I just kind of wanted to try them all on camera because I thought it would be interesting. I'm not going to obviously use everything because there's a lot here. I have an eye look in mind that I did during the week and I really liked and I want to recreate. So I'm not going to be using KIKO on my eyes, but I will use, I'm not using it on my lips as well either. I'm going to use a highlighter, a colour corrector. That's another highlighter. So I'm just going to use a few products because they did give me loads, so I'm just going to use a few today. What I'm going to do is, because I don't want this video to drag out and I kind of just want to show like the newer products, I'll do like my base, my foundation and like contouring and all that kind of stuff, eyebrows, and then I'll kind of come back and go into eyes. For my foundation, I use the Eldridge Seamless Skin Enhancing Tint in the shade T2. The Colorgram contouring stick, which I showed in last week's video, so you can see that if you're interested in how that looks going on. Then I used the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen and the Kosas Brow Gel. I used like a little bit of this as well, just to kind of warm up my complexion. I'm going to use this. It's the Color Correct Concealer Palette. This is it. There's only one shade in this as far as I'm aware. I'm going to try this as a color corrector. I don't know whether it's, I think it's cream. Yeah, it is cream. I'm going to try this as a color corrector and see. I didn't think it would work, but maybe it will actually. And see how it goes. That's actually quite good. I didn't think that colour was going to work, but that's actually a very good shade for my skin tone. I'm going to double check, but again, I said I don't think there is. I think this is the only shade that this comes in, which obviously means it's not going to work for everyone or very many people. It's going to go in the inside there because that's where I get a lot of like blue kind of. That's actually worked very well. It's definitely not as creamy as my one from the Saem, but it's still nice. Like it's blended out nicely. Okay. The purple is for dullness, I think. And then the one in the middle is like a, let's see, I think it's like meant to be a highlighter. So, oh, that's nice. Oh yeah, it's kind of got the one in the middle has a little bit of shimmer to it. I'm going to try some of the green on my red blemishes. I'm using this My Mini Smudge brush by my KIKO, which is great for doing pinpoint concealing or like smudging outliner. But I'm going to do like here, some red marks. I'm going to use the green shade to do that. It's almost like you need to like break the seal on top. Kind of looks like a powder, but it's not. It's like a cream. Let's see how this goes. I'll try this one here first. It looks like it has kind of more of a white base than my other green color corrector. I don't know what the brown is for. Maybe that's another, I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, I think that might be too, almost like too pale for my skin. Too much of a white base, so you can kind of really see it. So I don't know if that color corrector would necessarily work for me. I could try applying it under my foundation to see how that works. Yeah, it's very white based. So it kind of just looks like I have like toothpaste on my skin. I might have to go and use my normal concealer to like cover that up. That's a very, very brief try of that product. I just wanted to kind of play with it myself and see how I get on. So I'm just going to go and use my concealer from the Saem. Like if you look at the how green that is, it's just a completely different shade compared to that one from KIKO. So I just don't think that that palette is going to work on me. So I'm just using the concealer from the Saem just to kind of go over it, because those, it didn't really color correct as such. It was too white, so not the right product for me, for my skin tone. the the brightening shade in it was nice. Definitely worked. Definitely brightened my under eyes. It's hard to get a good green. This one from the Saem is like the first green colour corrector that I've actually got to work on me. Normally they are quite white based, and I guess because they're probably more aimed at pale skin, they tend to be quite pale. It just doesn't really work for me. I'm going to do the eyes next, and I'm going to use a primer and then come back and show you the palette that I'm going to use. If you watched my makeup new releases video that I did for this month, I talked about this palette and I bought it. It's the Robert Welsh and Blend Bunny Divination. So I ended up buying the palette and the 2 lip glosses as well. I was just gonna buy one of the lip glosses. I was kind of like, oh, I don't need another palette, even though it's vegan, and I really wanted to have a colourful vegan palette because my other colourful palettes are not vegan, and so some of the shades I can't use because of my carmine allergy. I'm going to keep on mentioning that, but it is what it is, and it dictates a lot of my makeup, my eye makeup, so I do like to mention it. I was just going to buy one of the lip glosses, and then I ordered it from Glisten Cosmetics, which is a UK based website, and they had like 25% off when you spend £50, and they also had like free shipping and no customs, so I got it and I'm so happy I did. I just love it. Like I didn't film this when it was brand new. I didn't like do anything with it. This is for me. This is something that makes me happy, so I just wanted to get it. So this is the Divination palette, and as you can see, it is gorgeous. It is kind of like a subdued rainbow palette, but it has all these neutrals too and lots of shimmers. I'm just so excited. I've used it twice this week and I just loved how it looked, and I loved how the eyeshadows performed, and I just thought it was amazing. So I'm going to do a look that I did during the week and see how it turns out again. I'm going to use the shade Paul, and what's this called, Fortune Cookie, and then these 3 shades as well, and maybe some of these too. So it will be kind of neutral adjacent, but still very sparkly and spangly and whatever. I'm going to use a flat brush. This is from Bare Minerals, and I'm just going to apply the shade Paul. I wasn't going to get it, and then I was like, do you know what? I'm going to treat myself. And then because I bought this, I kind of used my budget, and so I didn't get any of the Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. But it is what it is, and I'm really happy that I got this, and I can always, you know, get one of the Lisa Eldridge lipsticks again. So let's go for it. This is the shade Paul. So I'm just going to apply this with a flat brush, and I may go in with my finger. I did use my finger during the week and it worked really well, but I just wanted to see how it applied with a flat brush, and it's going on very nicely. So I'm going to just kind of do almost like a kind of semicircle. I'm going to blend that out. This is the Refer 01, so I'm going to use that to blend it out. Not like really blown out, blend it out, but just kind of very slightly, because I am kind of going to do another shade above this. So just very lightly blend it out. And I'm going to use Fortune Cookie. That kind of like, I thought it would be more brown, but it's actually kind of like a peachy brown. So I'm just going to apply that here, kind of just above the Paul shade. I mean, I could have gone in with this first as like a transition shade, but I didn't want to. So this is what I'm doing. Oh, I think that would be such a nice shade even on its own. I'm going to use a Libre 228 Luxe Crease Blush to just blend the edges of that shade. As you can see, like, it's so, just looks so nice. Like that is a gorgeous look just on its own. Very, very easy. Very impressed with these eyeshadows so far. Obviously I haven't used all of them, but I'm very, very impressed. They are very easy to work with. I'm going to do the other eye and then come back and do more of this one. I'm just not one of these people who can do one eye at a time. I have to kind of do them in tandem or else I kind of forget what I've done. I'm going to use a little bit of Rune, which is kind of a little bit more of a cool toned shimmery brown. But I'm going to use some of that on this flat brush that has seen better days and just apply that on the inner, I guess, third of my eye. So you can kind of see that has a little bit more lightness to it than the shade Paul. I'm kind of just making, I guess, more of a rounded shape using like the side or the edges of that flat brush. That is just so nice. Oh yeah. So then I'm going to take that original brush that I was talking about and I'm going to use some of the shade number 7, this one. Just kind of like an iridescent purple kind of duochrome, I guess. I'm going to bring that on the inner corner and up in this kind of like round shape. Such a nice shade. It's kind of similar to one of the shades from the Ismea Industrial palette, the first one. It's like it looks white, but then when you apply it, it kind of transforms whatever is underneath. So you could like apply this onto like a black base or a brown base and it's just going to give it a different effect. Because I have hooded eyes, so when they're relaxed completely, you actually can't see a lot of my eyeshadow on my eyelid, but you will be able to see this kind of purple, which is on my inner corner. And then the kind of like that light brown fortune cookie shade here. So it just means that you are, if my eyes are relaxed and I'm just talking to you, you're still going to see the eyeshadow. That is what I do, because I do get messages from people sometimes and they're like, you know, I have hooded eyes, what can I do? Like, what eyeshadow can I do? You can do anything. Like, you can literally do whatever you want, but you're just not going to see as much when your eyes are relaxed. So that's why I do like to play up my inner corner and out here, and then like underneath my eyes, my lower lash line as well, because I know that when my eyes are relaxed, you're not going to see the detail as much. But it doesn't stop me from wearing whatever I want, because like really it's like, who cares? It's just, it's meant to be creative and fun, and you can do whatever you want, obviously, if you've whatever eye shape you have, but it's also good to kind of try and work with what you have, you know, use that to your advantage and place color where you know you're going to see it if you want to see it. I'm then going to take some of Crystal, which is like, as you can imagine, is very icy shade. This one with the same little refer brush, just like the inner corner, just kind of here. I'm going to try it on this side first. So kind of just this little area. So it's almost like a gradient of that Crystal shade into the number 7, like iridescent purple shade. That was a bit too much. I didn't tap off my brush. And again, just a tiny bit there. It is, again, that's such a lovely shade. And then I'm going to just take my blending brush again, blend everything together. I might just add a little bit more of the matte shade, just so you can see it a little bit more. Because I do want you to be able to see that shade, but it just very like diffused. It probably looks more complicated than it is, but this is quite an easy look. Okay, so I'm going to do underneath using the Eldridge. This is the number 15 brush. It's like a little kind of tapered pencil brush. And I'm going to take some of Fortune Cookie and bring that the whole way across underneath my eyes. Kind of keep the shape quite rounded still. And then I'm going to take some of this kind of middle brown shade very close to my lashes on the outer corner, almost in lieu of like a pencil. Very, very lightly. Just a touch on the top as well, just for like a little bit, because I'm not going to use liner, so just for a little bit of added definition on that upper outer corner. I'm then going to take some of Paul and put that in the outer corner here, just so it kind of wraps around my eye. I'm going to use this little Katie Jane Hughes Spectrum 21 brush with a little one like this, and I'm going to take some of number 7, the kind of iridescent purple, and I'm going to do that here, lash line a bit. I do want to keep a lot of brightness. Just a little bit of that crystal kind of silvery white shade. Just bring that around to kind of connect it. I'm gonna just keep it like that, I think. Almost like, you know, finger painting. Just gonna use that flat brush that has the browns on it, just to kind of slightly blend in those like inner corner shades. And that is it. Like, I'm just gonna keep it very simple. To me, that's like, you know, very, very simple, very ethereal, very like butterfly kind of a vibe. I just really liked how that looked. I just loved it the other day, and I was like, I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna curl my eyelashes and apply some NARS Climax mascara, and then I'm gonna do cheeks and lips. Okay, mascara is on, and I just used that NARS one, and now I'm going to use some of the Givenchy Prisme Libre Skin Caring Concealer under my eyes. I actually, my under eyes are not looking too bad. That corrector seems to have really worked. Because I'm using that Eldridge Skin Tint and the coverage is quite light, I don't want to apply loads of concealer. That's okay for concealer. I'm gonna try and get that off with a spoolie. Perfect. That was easy. Tiny touch more, just like there, which is like where the darkest of my dark circles is. I have a powder highlighter from KIKO that I kind of want to use. I do have like a cream one as well, but I kind of want to do a powder blush because I used it the other day and I really liked how it looked with the eye makeup. So I think I'm going to go for powder highlighter and powder blush. So I'll use that other KIKO one another day, and I'm going to do blush first, but I'm actually going to powder. I'm going to use the NARS Light Reflecting Setting Powder pressed. As I have been like doing my eyebrows and like bits off camera, I'm listening to a podcast called Up and Vanished, which is from 2016, I think. 2016 or 2017. And it is, I'm like, what am I, 13 episodes into it? I kind of like went off listening to true crime podcasts for a while. I'm just applying like a very, very thin layer of powder. Bits that I concealed. So let's do the blush. This is the Lancôme Blush Subtil powder blush, and this is the shade 373 Aplum. So it is a, as you can see, like a plummy, pinky, kind of a purpley plummy shade. It looks more cool toned actually in person. This is the Refer 04 brush, and it's like an angled brush, which is great for blush and highlighter, so I'm going to use it for both. I have been listening to that podcast. It's one that I has kind of always been on my radar because it's been out for a good few years now, but I just never listened to it. I was kind of like looking for like something to listen to that wouldn't be like a huge commitment. But yeah, I had kind of stopped listening to, oh, my hair. I had stopped listening to podcasts, true crime podcasts, kind of over the past few years, like basically since my daughter was born, like probably 3 years ago. And I'm going to do this blush kind of up here and kind of like bring it around a little bit. I have been really enjoying listening to it. I just listened to one called Media Pressure, which is about the disappearance of a woman called Maura Murray in, I think it's 2003. I came across it because her sister did the podcast, and she came up on my TikTok For You page, and she was talking about the podcast and talking about her sister, and obviously that kind of like drew me in because it's not something that I have seen a lot, is like a family member doing a podcast, and particularly like a sister. And obviously having a sister myself, it kind of drew me in, and I wanted to kind of know more, so I started listening to that. I think that was just released recently enough. I'm doing that kind of like, bringing the blush kind of from the side of my eye down because it has those same tones. So I just kind of wanted to connect everything. Yeah, that was very good. Very sad. I like bawled. The last episode was very emotional, but definitely worth listening to. And then I started Up and Vanished. I think they have a few seasons of that with different stories. Yeah, I like that shade. It's really nice. It's slightly cool. I'm gonna try the KIKO baked. It's called the Baked Face Highlighter, and it's a glitter. And it definitely looks, you can see the glitter in that. But I'm gonna give it a go. I think it would fit in with the look. Yeah, I'm gonna just go very, very lightly at first. And I'm using that same Refer 04 brush. Okay, let's see. This might be very sparkly. Oh, okay. That's not glittery, really. As glittery as I thought it was going to be. See if I can turn to the side so you can see what it looks like. Ooh, that is quite nice. It's quite like, again, iridescent. Has that kind of like pinky purpley quality to it. That's quite nice. I thought that was going to be very chunky from the pan, but it's quite nice. It's kind of nice under my brow bone, and then kind of like bringing it around. And I might just do like a little touch of it here, which I love. Is like my favorite place to highlight, just like the corner of the eye there. So yeah, that's very nice. I'm surprised. I thought that was going to be like a really chunky highlighter, but it's actually not at all. And it's a really nice shade for my skin tone. Like probably not something I would wear like every day, but very nice nonetheless. So yeah, I am listening to that podcast. It's very good. I really like that. That's a nice little surprise. I didn't think I would like that as much as I do, but I think it's really, really nice. I'm just gonna have a little look at everything, make sure everything is really blended, and it's kind of butterfly-esque a little bit, but I'm gonna make it a little bit more dark with the lips because I'm going to use one of the gonna gently blend over everything with a clean blending brush, so it's all very seamless, hopefully. So yeah, that is very nice. Oh, I'm surprised by that, which is always nice. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of a spritz of this. Is the YSL one that I used in my last video. It's like a hydrating setting spray. A bit more than normal, just to take off the kind of like very powdery look. But I really like that. Like, it's very, very nice. So because it's very like bright in the eyes and kind of a little bit ethereal and whatever, I am going to use that a lip gloss. He has 2 lip glosses in this collection. The packaging is so nice, like holographic. Can't really see it because the light is shite today. But there are 2 of these. Yeah, I'm excited for both of them because they're both like really like fun shades. So this is the shade Good Fortune, and as you can see, it's green. It's not moldy, it's green, and it's kind of like a color corrector lip gloss. The packaging is really nice. Kind of reminds me of like K Beauty packaging. It has a silicone applicator, so it's like got some shimmer to it, but it is a color corrector. I will use that again. I'm not going to use it today because I really want to use this other one, which is the purple. Like, look at this. Ooh. Look at the shimmer in that. And this is a gloss balm formula, and again, this has the same spatula, but yeah, this is a gloss balm. Like, oh yeah, baby, look at that. So I'm going to do some liner. Okay, I'm going to use the Lily by Red Smiley Lip Blending Stick, which I used last week, I think. So it's almost the same shade as my lips, but it just kind of adds a bit of definition. And now this is like the best part. I'm going to do the lip gloss. So I could just do like a nice nude or something, or you can just leave it like that, but I'm going to just add the purple for a little bit, make it a little bit more witchy. Oh, like, look. So gorgeous. That's so nice. Okay, so before it drips everywhere. Oh yeah. It smells so nice. It's like a purple with like a blue kind of shimmer in it. I think it's more than blue, but it looks like, yeah, it's kind of like a bluey tint to it. It has the same kind of idea as the Isomea gloss, but this one is so much less expensive, and honestly, like, it doesn't have that plumping effect, which I'm not like a huge fan of. Yeah, it's a gloss balm, so it's very, very comfortable. But you can kind of see everything. So yeah, that's the finished makeup look, and I love it. You know, you could do something different with the lips and maybe make it a little bit more nude, but I kind of like this a little bit purple. It's very fun and appropriate for the time of year. It's kind of like a fairy witch, shall we say, kind of vibe. That's what I'm going to call it anyway. So I love it. I just think that eyeshadow is so nice. Like, oh yeah, it's really like such, the shadows are beautiful, they really are. Lip gloss feels amazing. I really love that combination of the blush and highlighter together, and all in all, that was a very successful makeup look. The KIKO products, I didn't obviously get to use a lot of them, but the corrector is maybe not entirely for me. I'll keep trying it out and see what I think of it. The highlighter was very nice, like it is. I mean, it's not subtle, like that is like an obvious highlighter, but it's lovely. Like I thought it would be kind of a bit chunky and not really great on my skin, but it actually is lovely. And then the palette, I'm dying to use more of this palette. I'm trying to do more looks with it. I have like so many ideas for what I want to do. It's not a huge palette, which is nice as well. Like that's my hand in comparison, so it's a nice size, and there are just so many lovely shades in it. Like I really want to do like a kind of like a teal look with this shade, and I want to use like some of these kind of icy blues and like the green. Like this is such a lovely shade. Like, to be honest, I you know, a lot of these I would probably wear on their own, like just blended all over my eyelid, but it's just really nice shades. Also nice to try the Blend Bunny formula because I had never tried it before, and I know that a lot of people love it, so it's nice to try a new eyeshadow formula and have something kind of new to play with. And I think it's just made me inspired and excited, and yeah, I'm really glad that I spent my makeup budget on that because I just think it's such a nice palette. It's still on sale. You can buy it from Glisten and you can also buy it from Blend Bunny, but Blend Bunny are based in the US, so if you are in the UK or the EU you may have to pay customs. So I would order from Glisten because it was like really straightforward, and they have like discount codes and stuff, so and it arrived really quickly as well, so that was great. So yeah, I'm very impressed with everything, and I am excited to play with those products again and try out more of the KIKO products, because obviously it's a really affordable brand and made in Italy as well. Most of the products are made in Italy, so they are good quality, and I haven't used their products in years because they haven't been available, and it's kind of hasn't been on my radar, so it's not something that I've really like been thinking about. I have such a long list of things that I want to try. I'm really excited to see how that does. I think it's going to do really well. I mean, like they could have opened here 10 years ago and I think they would have done so well, but now especially because I think people just really want to get more for their money and like not spend as much, but still, you know, want to buy new products and try out new makeup and play around with things. So it's really nice to have a brand in Dublin that's like really affordable, or I suppose like, you know, really well priced. So yeah, I really thought everything was lovely. I just, yeah, love that eyeshadow. It's just so fun. Yeah, I'm excited to do another like more colourful look, maybe with the blues or the greens or something, or even the yellow, like the kind of lime colour. It's like, I think that'll be a really fun look to try. So I'm definitely going to be doing that. And yeah, if there is any products you'd like to see me try, any looks you'd like to see me do, or reviews or anything like that, just leave me a comment and let me know. If there's any of these products that you've tried, any recommendations from KIKO, please leave them, because I haven't tried any of their products in such a long time, so I'm not like really up on what their like really big products are with them. So I'd love to know if there are products from them that you've tried and that you love. Let me know that as well. Thanks for watching or listening. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not, and like the video, or leave a comment if you have the time. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I will be back next week with another video. Goodbye.